Welcome to the Wexford. Oh no, I messed our fresh today, isn't it? God, but that. Sorry, when I looked at the sign, it said
Good
fresh
start.
today. Yeah. Ready? Yeah, welcome to the Fresh Today Wexford Football League show. Tonight I'm joined with two special guests. Well, special in their own little town, maybe. So they are Brian Mullett and Aaron Deegan. I suppose it was a small bit of a special show tonight, is of a massive fundraiser you are going to announce coming up.
Yeah, like we've decided really, like we as a district, New Ross has no AstroTurf facilities. Looking at Enniscorthy, what you have up there, what you've built, what Wexford have here with the CBS. Bunclody have now announced one there, finalising their project. Coretown have one. So I think Ross really is the only corner in Wexford that doesn't have this facility. So we think that it's as a community, I think it's badly needed in our area.
Well, definitely, I've been involved possibly for definitely the last year and a half up in Enniscorthy. It's been a massive addition to Enniscorthy. The amount of games. Last year we predominantly went with just matches because we were trying to get it up and running. There's been a lot more training this year, but on some weeks you could sell out the Astro 3-4 times a week, so it'll be a massive addition to not only your club. I suppose you're going to look to open it up.
Yeah, the whole community. Yeah, this is going to be a community effort. But just touching back, like it is like to see we played. Who did we play up there? A couple of
in the Scotty.
Yeah,
Ajax was last one we played.
Ajax. We played Ajax up there, and just the crowd of people that was there. No, just there was a nice buzz about it. In fairness, it's just to think of what we could have, and what it creates for the community, because it is like any of the local teams could come in. It is going to be a big thing, I think, for us. So we're just hoping we hope that the local businesses, local people get behind us. Our own members, obviously, is a big thing. If we don't have our own support from inside, we can't look to outside to do it, basically. So we are going to have a launch night in Spiders on the 28th of March. For anyone who wants to come see what our idea is. If they have any questions, we have guest speakers there that will cover all the bases for us. So yeah, it's really, I think it's badly needed.
So that's Saturday the 28th of March down in New Ross.
In Spiders, upstairs in Spiders.
That's the official big launch of it.
Yeah.
So, and just going back on it, like you're going to use the main pitch, is it? Is that what you're looking at taking up, or is it on the bottom pitch, or have you got a different ground for it?
No, it's going to be in our top pitch. The plan is to tear up the top pitch, and we have a basically kind of fenced around anyway, so there's not too much of infrastructure that we need to.
It's going to be level anyway.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
And floodlit.
That's the second phase.
The next phase.
Yeah.
So the first phase is to get the Astro down, and second phase is.
Well, the very best of luck on everything, and if there's anything we can do, promoting whatever draws or anything like that just have coming up over the next couple of months, come into us, and anybody who can get down on the 28th, and just from, I'd appeal to anybody in around the New Ross district, and even especially the players within themselves. I would have probably been more traditionalist. I would have been saying put floodlights on a grass pitch, but the weather we've had over the last couple of years and the value I see that it uses in Enniscorthy is second to none. So I would appeal to anybody down there getting in sport.
It's just a necessity now, Nicky. Because there's whatever about senior players, but there's underage teams that haven't played in months.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So it's a necessity, and I'd be kind of similar to you. I probably would prefer a grass pitch, but Astro is needed.
Yeah, 100%, and very best of luck with it all.
Sure.
But before we move into the Wexford Football League, myself and yourself, Brian, went down to the Wexford Football Forum the other evening down in in Riverside Park Hotel. I took some good points out of it. I liked probably the open approach of Wexford FC and what they're possibly trying to come out of it, and it was nice to hear from both Stephen Elliott and Kevin Doyle about both of their their ways of how they got into the professional game. What did you think?
Yeah, no, I thought it was very, very good, and I think it was great that they had two representatives from the FEI as well, and Will
Clark, and Mark Scallon.
Mark Scallon, yeah. Just to show their plan and their plan for the future. Yeah, they were open. It was informative to a certain extent, but I did think, being honest, I think a lot more junior clubs could have been there, because look, we all have our opinion on stuff and how things should be done, but if you're not down there to give your opinion or ask the question that you want the answer of, like, how can you argue it at the end of the day? Because it's the only pathway. We have to work with them to a certain extent, like, you know what I mean? And obviously we want it to be at the best level when our best young players go there. But like, our best players have to go there. They have to go League of Ireland route. That's the only route if you want people to go to professional level. Like.
Yeah, and the FAI set out a strategy.
I only see it this morning. Actually.
I got that this morning myself. And this isn't Wexford FC, I suppose. Telling this is the way to go. Like, the day of a county squad, I think, is gone now. You know, like it's your League of Ireland. We're lucky to have probably a League of Ireland club within our club. Like, you look at, I know Carlow, Kilkenny, but Kildare haven't got a whole lot, you know, and the last surrounding counties around us. Wicklow, I suppose they have Bray, but they're all their county teams, you know, like, and we probably have to look at Wexford FC as our county team. We would have always pushed our best players to go play county level at underage football. And Wexford FC, I thought, Will Clark, should I say? I thought Will explained a lot of stuff very good. But I definitely think it's time for the FAI and the SFAI to sit down, because the crossover from the 13s to 14s with Kennedy Cup or the 14s is crazy. I think the Kennedy Cup should be brought down to under 13s. I remember going down to Limerick 10, 15, 20 years ago, and you had scouts all over the pitch looking. The English scouts are not going to come over, but they'll be replaced by League of Ireland scouts nowadays. So I think they should be looking at that. I don't know what your opinion on that.
I agree, because I think it was a question on the night, was it? One lad asked about, like, parents were confused of where their child should go. So the parents need clarity as well. If they're just going to continue butting heads, you're just going to lose on both sides, really.
Yeah.
And I think we kind of had a little bit of discussion afterwards, like that. It should be under 13s now. Yeah. For Kennedy Cup. And then the next stepping stone is League of Ireland if the child is good enough, like, you know what I mean? So it's nearly a feeder to that club, to a certain extent. But yeah, they have to work together at a higher level than we're going to discuss tonight.
Yeah, definitely. And I wouldn't have agreed everything that Wexford FC have done over the number of years. And you have to give, I suppose, the new lads that have gone in a bit of credit. I suppose they're opening up the doors now for people to kind of communicate is the big thing, I suppose, with the forum the other night. And like as you said earlier on, Brian, lads had their opportunity to go there, and they're not really safe. They're not going to bother their backside going and turning up on a night. But I think we have to give Wexford FC a bit of credit on that they are opening up the channels to communicate with people. And we got a quick glimpse at the stadium. It looked like it could be a massive project too, couldn't it?
And it'd be massive just being in the town, really. It'll be a winner. Like, obviously the travel out for Carrick and stuff on people to make a night of it or whatever. And look, that's what all the bigger clubs are doing, is making a whole event of it every home game. Whereas if it's in town, lads can go for a meal or go for a few drinks before the game or whatever. Don't have to worry about travelling out or in, like, you know. So yeah, look, that's a bit in the future, I think, at the moment. But yeah, hopefully people can get together and work as a unit, and then it obviously has to be delivered at a high level in every area. Like, we have to be as good as we are at junior level. Wexford FC, it's to be good as they are and professional as they can be at League of Ireland level. And then obviously the FAI need to run this properly as well for it to work all over the country.
I suppose we get back to what we normally do then, week in, week out. Brian, you have had a successful enough year so far. You're still in 2 cup competitions.
Yeah, 2 cups, still in
leading the top of Division 1.
Yeah, so we're top of Division 1 by a point now after North End's result last week, with a game in hand. I know you lads were kind of saying it was a 2-horse race there for a while, but I don't think it is anymore.
It's just 1 horse now.
No, I think in the Scotty have come into it, or Campile have come into it. I definitely think there's 4 involved now, and we all have to play each other, so there's going to be points dropped somewhere. But for us in general, it's been a good season. Obviously, the first game of the season, we lost to North End, 1-0. We haven't been beaten since, other than in Monreid in the Leinster Junior. And the only other points we dropped was up in Tombrack, which is always a tough place to go. So look, the lads have really bought in again to what we're doing. Seth Aaron, Connor Kutsai, and are the coaches with me this year. So Aaron's assistant and Connor's a coach with me. So it's been good. I can't fault them. every training session, 15, 16 players. We've a squad of 20. We've a couple of injuries at the moment. So like I keep on saying to them, obviously it's hard for some lads if they're not getting game time. We're trying to rotate as much as we can. But at the end of the day, we're in it to win it. So we're not rotating for the sake of rotating.
Yeah, it's competitive, isn't it? You know,
and
like,
every game is important now. Like, it's 8 games to go.
You're giving up your time, you're giving up your effort. You want to have a nice little carrot at the end of it, isn't it? You know? Well, you want to try him and have that anyway, isn't it? So, Campile, I seen him a couple of weeks ago. I was really impressed with him. They were a young squad.
Yeah, very young.
Ryan Rowe in the goal. I was really
come back, hasn't
his talking was absolutely second to none.
He's only back with him.
Yeah, he's only just back in. So Campile were impressive. I've seen Enniscorthy United a couple of times. They're in town there. I seen him the day they played Clamullion. I've said it a couple of times. I thought United played really well that day. Strong core. So and sure, North End, you know, like they just have a savage squad down there, like, isn't it? You know, between their first team and the second team. So like, who do you think will probably be your closest? Do you think North End will run you the closest, or?
Not at the moment, but if Enniscorthy win their games in hand, they're only 3 behind us. I still think Campile have a big say. I really do. And look, Enniscorthy are still standing there.
And that's a derby game for you guys as well.
Yeah,
kind
we
of,
played,
isn't it?
we
You
played
know,
Campile down there under the lights, wasn't it? Was it Saturday night?
Saturday
night was a cracker of a game. Now we had lads sent off after 30 minutes. But I was really impressed by Campile that night. You said they're young, strong, physical, get around the pitch, play decent football as well. So we still have to play them. They have to play, like, there's loads can happen by the end of the season.
Loads of little stories. Brad back in over Ross and or back in over Campile. You were in Campile, like, and now you're back in with Ross. So there's a load of little extra stories to go with it. So we'll keep an eye on that. Aaron, how are you enjoying the coaching back in? Well, you were there last year with James as well, weren't you?
I was there since about 4 years now. I think Bryan asked me back in. I had no intentions to do anything. I actually threw boots, gloves, everything in the bin. I was sticking to golf, but he asked me back in. Obviously, being a good friend of his, I kind of help out, give him a dig out at least anyway. So I'm still there, enjoying it really. It is. Some days I think I enjoy it more than I did when I was playing. Yeah, I tended to enjoy training more than I did playing matches, which is probably one of the big draws why I went down to North End. John O'Goggy was asking me down, whatever. Just the training down there was just savage. Yes, yeah, really enjoyed it. But that's I'm enjoying it. Yeah, it's good. And in fairness, it looks like the club are definitely on the right path. I know you got up to the Premier last year, probably came a year too soon. Didn't help with you having off the Wexford FC either, Brian. But it probably came a year too soon. So let you gather yourselves again this year. Maybe Aaron will answer about it. If you do get up this year, so this. I was looking from the outside in, like if you look at the lads that were missing last year, like Danny was out for the season. Well, you can see only 4 goals conceded. Danny this year. Season. Donny was away in Australia. Donegal O'Connor. Chubby was injured for the season. Boots missed half the season, 3/4 of the season. So like that's 5 senior players. If we lost them this year, we'd be still in trouble. Like, you know. So and then you're going up to the next level. But we have strengthened this year as well, haven't we? He knew what was coming anyway. So he's like, good luck. Yeah. No, we strengthened. A couple of lads come in this year. Like obviously Donny's come back, Danny's back, Boots is back. Yeah. 2 Syndicats have come in. Brandon, 2 good 19s have come in as well. Like Conor Mean and Aaron Hatsley have really upped the level of the squad, and it's brilliant to see young kids 17, 18. Yeah. Like pushing for starting spots with us, like, you know. So, the squad is a lot stronger. Yeah, there's no easy game in that division either, isn't it? Like we do go on for years about it, like saying it's competitive. But you look at like Ballymoran, good young squad. St. Joseph's very, very difficult, and even Tom Bragg, while it might be a bit of an older squad. Yeah, we found out halfway up there a couple of weeks ago. They held on for a 0-0. Yeah. So and Gorey Rangers now look like they're after picking up a couple of results over the last couple of weeks. So they'll be tough as well. Yeah, but we're saying that like even at the start of the season, like we were. I think we played him in the second game. Was it 4-1? I think we bet him. Up there, yeah. I think it was 4 or 5-1, whichever we bet him. But we were saying coming back, like they're not going to be that weak throughout the season. You can guarantee, they're going to get players back, or they're not going to progress and kick on. Definitely, you were looking to get them early. So we still have them at home. Yeah, too bad. They've won 5 of the last 7. Yeah. So they're in form, really. Like. They are, and I suppose the 2 teams that look like they're probably free falling a little bit have been Rathmore and All Blacks over the last couple of weeks with their results. Yeah. But then you have Shelburne as well, and that'd be another bit of a derby game for you. Like they're only up the road. Finish Shelburne. So you're happy enough done with them. Yeah. So there is. I think they got a great result last Sunday.
Yeah.
to be in a Scarty.
So in the Neil O'Sullivan, Eric started the season absolutely on fire. I'm just checking through the stats, 19 goals. He's gone off the boil a little bit. I haven't seen him as much lately. I suppose you haven't had a run of games either, have you?
No, I think it's, well, we've obviously had weekends off, whatever, but I think other players have stepped up to the mark more so than Eric's dropped off. We have played him kind of out wide a few games, or a lot. Not a lot, but we've played him out wide more so the past few weeks. Dylan Wickham has come on. He's scored a few goals and he come on as well. So I think, it's just we've played him out wide, or he has done an awful lot up front for us this season.
The only reason I mention it, just his stats are incredible. 19 goals and 8 assists, like he's top on both of them. So that was the only reason why I was mentioning him, because his stats are unbelievable. Yeah, so he's
a serious talent, to be fair. Why is he 22?
2, I think, yeah.
22, and like when he came back into us a couple of years ago, he hadn't played the game in 4 or 5 years.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And he wandered in with Alan at the time. He's just kind of one of them players I would have loved to have seen get top coaching at a younger age. I think he could have went to another level, really. But we're happy to have him.
Yeah, anybody
goal scorers are the difference in games. You know what I mean?
Oh, most definitely. So the schedule for next week, I don't think there's a whole lot of Division 1. Gorey versus Tom Bracken, and then a big game I suppose you'll be keeping an eye on at Ballymorn versus Enniscorthy United. So that one will have a bit of a saying on Enniscorthy, because it won't be easy them United going out to Ballymorn.
Oh, Ballymorn had to go win last week, I think, in the cup as well, didn't they? And Enniscorthy lost one. So yeah, Enniscorthy we're looking to bounce back. Hopefully Ballymorn can do us a favour.
Keep him at bay.
Yeah.
We'll touch on the Premier. There was only 3 games played in the Premier last week. Shamrock Rovers beaten Ferns 2-1. I was in at that game. You could tell it was kind of not a dead rubber. It's early in the season, but I think like Ferns are both Ferns and Rovers possibly have nothing to play for other than Rovers at the cup there. So it was a bit of a dead rubber. Game never really took life, but
see, Andrew wasn't happy, was he?
He definitely wasn't happy at the end of it, because I'll be honest with you, I thought Hopper was at least 5 yards offside
for the winner.
For the winner, and he won the penalty as well. So it was last minute as well. So it was I thought he was offside, and Rovers definitely. A draw was probably I thought Rovers probably were the better team on the ball throughout the game. Ferns never really tested him. They came in, they kept them nice and tight. From Rovers had a lot of play. So the Rovers were the better side. In fairness, you meant Tom Murphy made a couple of good saves again. He's a good goalkeeper, lad. So Lee didn't have anything to do other than the goal. He'd be disappointed when I'm saying that, but other than the goal, he didn't have a whole lot to do. So yeah, it was kind of an end of season looking feel about it, but Fort Celtic beating Cork Ramblers 4-2. It was a big win. It keeps them right up around the title hunt.
Yeah, they're really pushing this year, aren't they?
Yeah. What do you think of Fort Celtic?
Yeah, they're going well. They've brought in a couple of good players as well. Like I know over the last couple of years, like obviously Adam gone out there and Kieran Carty as well, was it?
Yeah.
Kieran went out there and obviously they have Bushers flying. Carmody as well.
Yeah. Patsy's
Patsy Andy was a machine, Andy, in fairness,
so
they're staying in touch. That's the main thing, they're not dropping off.
But across the bag, they always give Gorey a bit of a rattling 1-1. This weekend, it's I'd say a lot of Gorey lads shell shocked.
Yeah, a lot of North End lads happy, I'd say. And Fort Celtic. Yeah, to be fair, it's fair to Joe. Like they drew against North End as well this year, didn't they? Mm-hmm. How did they go against Fort?
I'm not sure, but I think he said he was here last time. That I can't remember now, to be honest.
Yeah, but he seems to be able to set them up properly against top teams to get results. Even if it's digging in for a draw, that's probably where their crossbags fall down a little bit. Is again the teams they probably think they can go out and play and beat them.
Yeah.
But they can't get them over the line.
No, and in fairness,
because again the top teams, their record is really good this year.
There's only 2 games. I suppose Moyne Rangers are involved in both of them. They're playing Gorey Rangers this Sunday, and they play North End on the 18th up on the Astro, and up and coming game. So the rest of the teams are all out in the
Wexford Cup.
In the Wexford Cup. Who have you got this week, Brian?
We've Rosslare away in the Wexford Cup.
The Wexford Cup.
Yeah.
The Wexford Cup, Rosslare Rangers, Denny Carty.
Good old Danny, yeah.
Going top of the Division 1
sent me a
versus
text
top
after-
of Division 2.
He sent me a text after the draw, said don't expect a warm welcome down the harbour. The Ross their ultras are out, I think. Look, it'll be tough. We went down there a couple of years ago, and then he wasn't there a couple of years ago, but we went down and we got beat, remember? And we thought we were after throwing away the league that year, 2 years ago. And got well beaten down there. So it'll be a tough game. They're flying, they're confident. I know they've dropped a couple of points the last couple of weeks until they went out of the cup, but I think Kilmore game was the first game they lost all season, was it?
Yeah, I think so,
Lost
yeah.
there, so they're going well. Denny hasn't gone well. In fairness, he's the top coach. Everyone knows that. They'll be set up really well. They'll fancy their chances against us.
Yeah. So it'll be a big coup for them if they get a result out of it. Would you be taking, say, the Wexford Cup series at this round, or would it be another round in?
We were just actually.
Is it on the Ross Celtic radar this year?
Yeah, well,
I think every game for us is, we try to take as serious as possible. Just with Bryan back as well, it's, we're trying to take it to the next level, to try and be as professional as you can be in an amateur team. But you can't afford to, in junior football, you just can't afford to go into a game thinking, no, just get through it. So we know we're already in the next round, or if we have to. We've all seen we got bet by Stony Rovers years ago, which is a big upset.
Yeah,
you can't. I know there was lads out drinking the night before that game. I think one of them sitting beside me. You just can't afford to go out and.
Yeah, actually our biggest cup upset was getting bet by Cross the Big Speed team, and I blame James Carty for that because he was out the night before as well. So
he only made up for it in the next couple of years, to be fair to him.
He did, in fairness to him, but I still haven't forgiven him for that one.
No, I think don't think there's a massive gap from the top of Division 1 to mid-table Premier, in my opinion.
No,
on any
I agree.
day. I think if we can avoid the big guns, say
top four,
North
really.
Gory fourth, and who else there?
Actually, Bet Rovers earlier this year in a practice match.
Practice game's a big difference. I think if we can avoid them, and maybe like Rovers are strong, but I think if you get a home draw against any of the other ones, you'd fancy to give them a rattle, to be honest. I wouldn't fear any of them anyway.
Yeah, so that's a big thing in it. Right, so probably one of the main reasons we were here tonight. Aaron, you remind everybody what.
Basically, Nicky, we are looking to get a full-size AstroTurf down in Ross. We're going to have a launch night on the 28th of March in Spiders upstairs. If anyone has any questions, if they want to come along and see our vision of what we think, what we know is badly needed, like in the area, in the district in Ross, please come along, please support us. Show your interest, and come along and just have a look.
Doing good. Thanks very much, man, and it was a pleasure having you, and best of luck for the rest of the season. Barry's get Shamrock Rovers in the cup.
Cheers,
Nicky.
Cheers, Nick. Thanks.